Waste? It's something we humans dispose of without much thought. Once the nutrients from our food are absorbed, we move on, leaving our waste behind as a byproduct. But in nature, things are different. For some animals, waste is more than just something to get rid of. It's a tool for survival, a resource that helps them thrive in ways we can hardly imagine. In today's video, we're diving into the world of animals that have evolved to use waste, whether their own or that of others, to regulate their body temperature, protect themselves from predators, and even ensure their food supply is never-ending. Here are 10 incredible animals that have turned waste into a vital survival strategy. Shoebill. Let's start with the shoebill, a bird that looks like it stepped straight out of prehistory. Standing up to 5 feet tall, this bird is a patient, silent hunter that preys on everything from fish to baby crocodiles. But when the African heat gets too intense, the shoebill doesn't seek out shade or water. Instead, it does something truly bizarre. It poops on its own legs. The feces cools down the blood in the legs, and this cooler blood circulates through the bird's body, helping it stay cool even in sweltering temperatures. Now, you might be wondering, why use poop? Well, unlike humans, birds have a much more limited ability to sweat, and in the heat of the African wetlands, quick, efficient cooling can make all the difference in survival. Nature sure has its clever ways of dealing with the heat. Would you ever have guessed that poop could be a cooling system? Next up is the cassowary, often called the most dangerous bird in the world. With dagger-like claws and a helmet-like casque on its head, this bird can deliver a deadly blow to any predator. But cassowaries are more than just fighters. They're also forest gardeners. You see, cassowaries eat a wide variety of fruits, swallowing them whole. Thanks to their short digestive tracts, many of the seeds pass through them undigested and are spread across the rainforest through their poop. This natural seed dispersal helps new plants grow, maintaining the diversity of the forest ecosystem. What's even more amazing is that some plant species rely entirely on cassowaries for reproduction. Without this bird's seed-laden poop, the forest as we know it might look very different. So, while the cassowary may be intimidating, it's also a vital part of keeping the rainforest alive and well. Pika. Let's travel to the freezing mountains of the Tibetan Plateau where we'll find the plateau pika. These tiny mammals are experts at survival, despite living in harsh, cold environments where food is scarce. But what happens when the grass is buried under snow and plants become brittle in winter? The pika turns to an unexpected food source: yak droppings. By consuming this waste, the pika can extract vital nutrients it wouldn't otherwise have access to during the colder months. This strategy not only helps them survive the long, harsh winter, but also keeps their energy levels up in a time when most animals would struggle. Who knew that waste could be such a crucial winter survival food? It's a reminder of how resourceful animals can be when it comes to survival. Tortoise beetle. Top. Now let's shrink down to the size of a tortoise beetle, a small insect with a big survival trick. These beetles may be tiny, but they've come up with a fascinating way to protect themselves. As larvae, tortoise beetles create fecal umbrellas by stacking their own feces and shed exoskeletons on a special fork at the end of their bodies. These umbrellas shield them from predators and provide an excellent defense mechanism. What makes this strategy even more impressive is how the larvae can reposition the umbrella, always keeping it between themselves and any threat. Not only does the poop provide camouflage, but its unpleasant smell helps deter predators too. Imagine walking around with your own poop as a shield. It may sound disgusting, but for the tortoise beetle, it's a lifesaver. Egyptian vulture. Our next stop takes us to the deserts and plains of Africa, where the Egyptian vulture thrives. This small bird is one of the few animals that uses tools like stones to crack open ostrich eggs. But what's really unique about these vultures is their vibrant yellow faces. To maintain this bright color, Egyptian vultures eat animal droppings, particularly from cows and goats. The droppings are rich in carotenoids, which help the bird keep its distinctive yellow hue. Why does this matter? Well, a bright yellow face is a sign of health and vitality, helping the vulture attract mates and intimidate competitors. So, while most animals avoid waste, the Egyptian vulture uses it to show off. Nature's fashion statements sure can be strange, don't you think? Let's switch gears to a classic survivalist, the opossum. Known for playing dead, opossums go to extreme lengths to convince predators that they're not worth the trouble. But they don't stop at playing dead. These crafty marsupials also defecate and release a foul-smelling green slime from their anal glands. This stench is so convincing that predators often believe the opossum is already rotting and quickly lose interest. It's not just an act. It's a full-blown production designed to turn away even the most persistent threats. Yeah, would you stick around if your prey started smelling like a decaying corpse? Probably not. Baleen whales. In the vast oceans, baleen whales have developed a fascinating role as ocean gardeners. These massive creatures eat krill by the ton, and in doing so, they produce a lot of waste. But unlike most waste, whale poop is rich in iron, a crucial nutrient for the ocean's ecosystem. When whale feces reaches the surface, it fertilizes the water, encouraging the growth of tiny organisms called phytoplankton. These phytoplankton not only feed the krill that whales eat, but also produce a large portion of the oxygen we breathe. So, whale poop helps support marine life, ensures the whale's food supply, and contributes to a healthier planet. It's truly the circle of life in action. Koalas are famous for their eucalyptus diet, but baby koalas, known as joeys, have to go through an interesting initiation before they can enjoy those leaves. Since eucalyptus leaves are toxic, joeys need to consume a special type of feces called pap from their mothers. This pap is packed with bacteria that helps the young koalas digest the tough eucalyptus leaves when they grow up. Without eating their mother's poop, these little marsupials wouldn't survive in the wild. Mistletoe bird. Moving to the treetops, the mistletoe bird plays an essential role in the growth of the parasitic mistletoe plant. After eating mistletoe berries, the bird passes the seeds through its digestive system in just 25 minutes. When the bird rubs its sticky droppings on tree branches, it helps mistletoe seeds germinate. This behavior ensures that the mistletoe bird will always have a fresh food supply of mistletoe berries in its habitat. Vampire squid. Finally, let's dive deep into the ocean to meet the vampire squid. Living thousands of feet below the surface where food is scarce, the vampire squid survives by consuming marine snow, a mix of dead animals, feces, and organic matter. This cephalopod doesn't hunt like most of its relatives. Instead, it thrives on the leftovers of the ocean, making it the ultimate deep-sea recycler. From feeding on dung to using poop as armor, these animals have turned waste into a valuable survival tool. Whether cooling down in the heat, spreading seeds, or attracting mates, these creatures show us that nature wastes nothing. So the next time you think of waste as something to discard, remember, it's a powerful tool in the animal kingdom. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us which animal adaptation surprised you the most in the comments below.